AskReddit by Penire23. What name brand item will you always buy? Never had an off-brand Oreo that even came remotely close to the real thing. What about Hydrox? That is who Oreo copied when they made their cookie. I never seen them around Canada, but I'm curious if they taste like an Oreo. Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. There's not a replacement. I honestly didn't even know anyone else made it, lol. There is no alternative to Cheez-Its. All off-brands are noticeably inferior. How often do you eat Cheez-Its? I buy them often enough that I notice a distinct decline in quality over the last 6 months. Have you noticed this too? Goldfish because none of the replacements are good. No, I don't want the fancy stuff from Whole Foods cause that doesn't taste good either. Whales are good. Better than bouillon. Yes. I used to use bouillon cubes. I tried BTB maybe 5-10 years ago when I was cooking for guests and wanted to try something fancier. Fucking life changing. I use it to make gravy even. It's better than the pre-made BRB gravy. Season rice with it. So fucking good. Viva signature cloth paper towels. Q-tips. All imitators are just sticks with a tiny bit of fluff. Q-tips for the win. The store generic ones are not worth it. Dawn dish soap. Everything else is trash. My company just saved themselves a lot of money and harsh chemicals when we discovered that Dawn dish soap can do a better job of degreasing everything. Scrub Daddy sponges. Every variation has not missed. Dude still has one of the all-time best Shark Tank pitches. Lego. Even insulting when someone says your mother buys you Mega Bloks instead of Legos is valid. I don't think anyone wants Mega Bloks. Or any of the knockoffs. Biscoff. I see that you two are a man-woman of culture. Have you tried their cream-filled sandwich cookies? So good. Cheerios. Yep. Particularly Honey Nut Cheerios. They are my go-to cereal and I can find no substitute. Crispix. No crispy hexagons. Whilst on cereal, Cheerios. The store brands are only good for Chex Mix. Crispix absolutely stays more crisp than the imitations. Pop-Tarts. Never have I ever found a store brand or off brand that tastes anywhere near as good. Doritos. There are tons of store brand nacho chips that taste fine, but when I want flamin' hot Doritos, nothing else will suffice. Pop-Tarts have gotten shockingly bad over the past few years. Kerrygold. They make me want to make a full meal in the middle of the night. Diet Coke, Q-tips, Cheez-Its. I was looking for Q-tips immediately. I have repeatedly tried other off-brands and they are never that same quality as the Q-tip brand cotton swabs. Johnson & Amp, Johnson Band-Aids. Everything else I've seen looks and feels like just cheap plastic. Sounds like you're stuck on Band-Aid brand. Dawn, Tide, Cascade. P&Amp, G-Stock thanks you. Band-Aid. I never regret Band-Aid brand Band-Aids. Technically only Band-Aid brand are Band-Aids. Everything else is an adhesive bandage. I guess it is not a name brand, but we will always try Kirkland brand products. Great stuff for great prices. Kirkland. Truth. Costco has big names manufacture out of their stuff. Huggies makes diapers. Duracell the batteries, etc. And they're extremely particular about the quality. Kirkland diapers for example have consistently been the best and cheapest we ever bought. Philadelphia cream cheese. I tried Pittsburgh cream cheese one time. Never again. Logitech has never failed me, even the cheap stuff, and every Razer product has had big issues. Heinz ketchup. Here in Canada we have French's ketchup and they use only Canadian tomatoes. It's delicious. A while back there was this big scandal because Heinz stopped using our NADA's Greatest Food Fights 1.67822049, so a bunch of us switched to French's and never looked back. Aureus. Fuck outta here with them twist and shouts. Which is funny, BC Aureus are the knockoff of Hydrox. Nutella. I can't stand the off-brand alternatives. The town in Italy where Nutella is made smells like Nutella as it wafts from the factory. It's a wonderful addition to a great town square. Kikkoman soy sauce. Can't believe I had to scroll so far down to find this. I've been disappointed by store brand peanut butter too many times. I stick with Jif these days. True fans call it Jif. Q-tip. Le Creuset for cast iron pans. They're definitely worth the money, especially if you can get them on sale. I got a Le Creuset Dutch oven for almost half off because they were discontinuing the deep teal color and wanted to get rid of the remaining stock. Plus, in the long run, a properly taken care of Le Creuset piece will most likely cost you less than replacing cookware that wears out after 3-5 years. Smart wool. I'm in a job that requires being out in the elements and walking insane amounts, and their socks and base layer shirts are heads and shoulders above the rest of the field. I would be willing to give Don Tough Socks a shot, but honestly I don't feel the need. Smart wool was sold to Timberland in 2005. Since then its quality has gone down a lot. The people that started Smart wool opened another shop called Point 6. I replaced my socks with Smart wool, Point 6, and aren't tough. In direct comparison, Smart wool has the lowest quality. They developed fuzzes just after a few wears and have many loose thread. I'd buy Point 6 and ET in a heartbeat. Tillamook cheddar. Off-brands and store brands might as well be candle wax. I only buy Tillamook ice cream. Period. And yes, their cheese is excellent. Deleted. Those cars are built to squeeze every single mile out of them. Plus, maintenance and parts are cheap. JNCO. What kind of wallet chain do you have? Post-it. No alternative comes even close. They fall too easily or they stick too much. Carmex. I stand by Carmex. Many years ago I recognized that Carmex works so effing well on lips. Why wouldn't it work great on other dry skin? So I started using it on dry spots around my eyebrows, nose, ears, elbows, always wintertime problems for me. So much better than any hydrating lotion out there. I apply only 3x a week during winter and my dry skin issues are non-existent. Doritos, or really any kind of chip. Geez, they are getting expensive though, $5.99 a bag. Hellmann's mayo and Heinz ketchup. JanSport backpacks. Honda and Toyota. Coke Zero. I'm 40 years old and all my life my parents or I alternated between whichever cola brand was on sale. One day during COVID I was looking at the grocery bill for my family of 6 when it hit me that every other week I was drinking soda I don't care for just to save an extremely minor amount of money compared to my total grocery costs. Since then I buy Coke Zero regardless of if it's the week Pepsi Max is on sale. My favorite part of Coke Zero is the first few sips out of an ice cold can. It's almost comical how many of them I don't finish. Is it wasteful? Of course. But life is hard and Coke Zero is cheaper than some other bad shit I could be doing. And no, Pepsi is not okay. DR Bronner's soap. Can use it for basically everything, so much cheaper in the long run. Takes great care of my skin and smells great. Nothing like coming home from shift in the hottest part of summer and showering with that peppermint soap. Dawn dish soap. I have tried all the other kinds and it is the only one I'll like. I don't know if this counts, but Moleskine. I keep a yearly notebook that I use as a planner to keep me on track. I told my mom about this and she got me a set of cheap notebooks once and I hated them for that purpose. I still like them for other things, but if you're going to use something every single day, make sure it's something that you enjoy using. I buy a new one every December for the next year and I keep them afterwards, so I have a decade of planners outlining what I was doing, some of the projects I was thinking about and procrastinating on, the books I was reading, and some thoughts on things. I also write a year-end synopsis every year too. I plan to leave these to my son when I die. He can have a record of me from the age of about 26 until I either no longer can do it or I die. Hopefully all Moleskine brand too, because I love them. Nilla wafers. Anything Kirkland. My wife and I love Costco. Dr. Pepper and Amp. Toilet paper. Charmin. EVGA. Unfortunately they recently stopped producing video cards though. Also Corsair for case components. Claws and pickles. There is none higher. If it ain't in the refrigerated aisle, I don't want it. Kleenex. We can no longer buy Kleenex brand in Canada and I'm so worried for my nose when I next get sick. Honda. And I don't just mean their cars. Their small engines are the best in the business. Treat them like crap and they just keep going. I have a couple 20-plus-year-old mowers that still start first pull. Pretty much every Chinese engine is a knockoff Honda. Plus they've made the same model small engines for so long that replacement parts are cheap and easy to find when you do something like foul the carburetor with old gas. Ninja appliances. Anything I need, I see if Ninja has one, and I buy it. Never been unhappy with one. Toilet paper. Nothing but the best for my butt. Ninja toilet paper?